Keymakers, what's up? You wake up, drive 30 minutes to work as an employee at your 9 to 5, which you hate, and all you can think about at work is providing for your family, starting your business, moving it forward, changing the world, and in the process, living the life of freedom and fulfillment you've always imagined. This podcast helps you transition from employee to entrepreneur. My name is Bradley G. Smith, and welcome to the Keymaker Nation podcast. Hey guys, I just got off work and I'm driving home, and it looks like it's going to rain here in just a little bit. So maybe we'll get caught in that on this podcast, maybe not. But so yeah, today I wanted to share my thoughts with you on mentorship and having a mentor. And specifically, I'm thinking about this in terms of the current podcast I'm listening to. And if you've been following me up to this point, you know that I've been listening to Russell Brunson. And man, guys, Russell Brunson is like an extraordinary mentor. Besides the motivation and besides all of the other advice that he gives, I mean, he's been consistent. And he's been around for 6+ years on his podcast alone, right? So I'm roughly at the end of 2017 podcast. I went all the way back to the beginning and started at the 2013 set of podcasts that he's got for his Marketing Secrets podcast. And I think initially it was called Marketing in Your Car. But man, it's like having somebody who you're like able to see a lot of trends that have happened over the last 6 years. And again, that's 6 years, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17 is 5. And then we're in 2018. We're coming up on the end of 2018 right now. So that's 6. So I've listened to literally 5 years of advice from somebody who has started multiple 7-figure businesses. And man, I don't know that I could have gotten this from anybody else. And man, like, I just wanted to say, like, who's your mentor? Who are you listening to give you advice, right? One of the things that Russell talks about is follow the piles of cash, right? Is your mentor somebody who has been successful or not? And if they've been successful, then there's a good chance that following them and letting them be your mentor, whether they're in person or they're like an online mentor, and I sort of say online because I'm listening to all of his podcasts, right? Whether they're in person or you're a virtual mentor, like, who do you have that's been successful? Find them and follow them and listen to them. And one of the things that he was actually talking about today was, he didn't care if you found a mentor, or he wants you to find a mentor, and he didn't care if it was him or not. But what he did care about is find someone you trust. And I know I repeat a lot of this stuff Russell says, but it's my way of internalizing it, and also it's fine because I'm a student of his, right? And I want to share with you the sort of the things that I picked up. But he's basically says, find a mentor that you completely trust and tune out all the other noise and do what they're telling you to do. And there's lots of different ways to get a task done, but your mentor is going to tell you one way, and in that process, if you follow it, you're actually going to see some things that you never would have seen if you tried to accomplish it a different way. And in doing that, also, you're tuning out a lot of the extra noise. So guys, who's your mentor? Now, the scene here in Indianapolis, I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm not sure if I said that yet on any of the podcasts, but the scene here in Indianapolis, Indiana is so. There are ways to get mentors here, but I don't always have the ability, being married and with kids, I don't always have the ability to get out and join some of these meetings and these networking events with everyone. And there's a startup scene here in Indy, but a lot of it is focused on investors and developers. And yeah, I'm a developer, but I'm more interested in the entrepreneurial side of it, right? I want to do this and build this myself. So I've had to seek mentors elsewhere, right? I have to do that in my reading and in my listening and my podcasting and with YouTube, and watching some people who have been successful try to share their knowledge and try to decipher that against what I know to be true. Yeah, so who guys is your mentor, and what are you doing what are you not doing that they're asking you to do, right? And for me, one of the things that I have to do is related to starting to do probably a daily Facebook Live, or at least during the week of Facebook Live, and start driving traffic to that via paid ads, and eventually do a webinar related to what it is in my business that I'm selling. And I've got some things that I'm putting together. I already told you I put a course together, but I've got some other things that I want to put together and do some webinars on, mainly related to some coaching. So, man, yeah, that's it, guys. Find a mentor, follow the mentor, and tune everything else out. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Hey, guys, don't forget to join me in the Keymaker Nation private Facebook group. If you're listening to the podcast via iTunes, please rate and review. And if you're listening via YouTube, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, thanks for listening.